Hey guys, how you doing? This is Coffee Chug, and I'm here with our next program project in our Learning Python playlist. And in this case, we're going to be taking a look at the Turtle Race project that you can find on the Code Club on the Raspberry Pi Foundation website. And what you're looking at now is my program that I have created for the Turtle Race for my family. And we're going to take a look at how do we get started, how do we learn a little bit more about loops, game design, mechanics, and creating some random integers to happen, and more importantly, introduce you to some Python turtle graphics. So we're going to be taking the ideas from the Code Club Turtle Race project, helping you understand and navigate those guidelines and instructions, and then challenging you to go out and create your own and remix it, because that's the beauty of all coding, is to understand the inner workings of the code and then dive into actually making your own. So let's jump in here. I'm going to create a new trinket here, right here, the new page. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to title this Turtle Tutorial. All right, and now let's dive into this action here. What we're going to be doing, the first thing that we have to do, we got to import the turtle. And so Turtle is a module that comes that allows us to actually control turtles. And you have seen this if you know anything about Seymour Papert and Logo or Turtle Art, and you've done some of this stuff maybe even in Scratch programming if you've done that before. And basically this allows us to design a turtle and move him around the arena, or her, in a variety of different code blocks. And I have all these resources on the site which are linked in the show notes, and so you can understand all the different turtle commands, how to change colors, and all that jazz, which we won't go into big detail here in this tutorial, but you can go online and find some more in those links. So what we're going to do is just make sure that this works. So we're going to go forward for 100, and we run this, we should get an arrow. There we go. Perfect. You can see that right there. We started at the, if this is x and y like a coordinate system, we start at 0, 0 on the xy, and we went forward 100 ticks or 100 elements on the coordinate plane. So boom, there it is. We know we're in good shape. And so what we're going to do next here, let's add a little bit more. Let's write some things on here. So when we import the turtle, we can use this function here called write, and we're going to add 0, and then we're going to go forward 100 like we have, and then we're going to write the number 5. So now this is kind of creating like a line for us, and so we should see 0 and 5. Boom, there it is. We're in good shape. Now let's say we wanted to create the markings of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so if you're a beginner coder, you know that this is probably what we're going to have to do, and it becomes a little tedious. So we're going to go forward. We're going to break this down into increments of 20, because 5 divided by 100 is 20. And if we go forward 20, we would want to write 1. And then we need to go forward again, another 20, and we would write 2. And then you can see that this gets old and tedious real fast. And you're probably thinking like there's got to be a faster way. And the answer is you are absolutely right. There is. But for the sake of learning, it's important that you understand how this works. And when we get into loops, why it's important that you understand loops. And so this would allow us here to go forward. And if we run this, we should see now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, there it is. But you can see how we had to write all this information. There is a faster way to do that. And so if we take all that, remember all those lines, we just wrote 11 lines, and we delete those out. Oh my gosh, we deleted. I can't believe we deleted. Don't worry, you can always undo and go back, but we're gonna delete it. We're gonna go 4, and we're gonna step in range. We're going to go in a range of 5, right? Because we wanted numbers 1 through 5. So if we go in a range of 5, and then we go in here and we write step, and then we go forward 20, what's going to happen? It's going to write the number. Our turtle's going to go 20, and then it's going to come back up here. It's going to count that as 1. It's going to do it again. Step. It's going to write the step. So then whatever that is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time move forward 20. So check this out. Oh, we're missing my colon. See, you guys you didn't call me out on that. Boom, there it is. So there we go. Same exact thing. Oh wait, almost the same. We didn't get a 5. Why is that? Oh, that's right. Because in coding, it starts with 0 every time. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is still technically 5 numbers, but it's not what we wanted. So if we wanted to get to 5, we'd have to move this to 6, right? Boom. Now we've got it. So you can see where before we wrote 11 lines of code, we can now do that very easily in 3. And so that's really, really important for you to understand that. And so now let's go ahead and get our guy moving. We don't want the race to be down here. We need the race to be moved up in this arena so we can get some turtles added, right? So let's go ahead and move our cursor, because every time you run your code, it always starts at the x0, y0. And so we want to move this guy up here. And so there's a command called go to. And so we can tell the turtle to go to 140, 140. So we're going to go negative 140, which is going to move us this way, and then up 140, which is up that way. And I know we're not seeing the turtle yet. I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute. For now, it shows an arrow. But now check this out. See how it moved our guy up? But we don't like that. That looks a little sloppy, doesn't it? We don't want these jagged arrows everywhere. So we can do a thing just like when you're writing with the pen or pencil yourself. Think about every little step. Remember, the program can only be as smart as a human and what the human tells the machine to do. And so we've got this go to, and it did that. It went to that part, but it drew that line the whole wide, and then it put that in there. And so what we can do here is we can add a line. Think about it. When you don't want to mark on your paper when you're writing print letters, what do? Oh, you lift your pen up, right? So we can type pen up right here, then go to 140. Now check this out. Boom. Now it's clear, and then it's going to go through and it's going to write and print that in. Oh, but look, we don't have our arrow because we never told the machine to put the pen down, did we? All right, so let's go in here and fix this. So if we go now into here and we change this up here a little bit, let's tweak this. Now watch what we can do here. We're gonna do a couple different things all in this mix. We're gonna add this right column of 90 degrees. So what right's going to do, it's actually going to change the direction of this arrow, and it's going to turn him 90 degrees right, so he's going to be facing down. Okay, so that's what we got that. And now we're going to go forward, and we're going to go forward 10. And I'm going to explain what's going to happen here. We haven't put the pen down yet, and you'll see why here in just a minute. And then we're going to put the pen down right there, and then we're going to go forward. We can go 150 down, and then we're going to go pen up. We're going to lift our pen up again, and we're going to go backward. And we're going to go backward 160. And I'll explain this here in just a minute. And then we're going to turn left 90, and then forward 20. Now what's going to happen, it's going to take our turtle here to these coordinates. Then it's going to write the step. It's going to turn the arrow 90 degrees, so it's going to face down. It's going to go forward 10, and then the pen's going to hit the canvas. And we're going to go down 150. Then we're going to lift the pen up, and we're going to go backwards 160 all the way back up to the top. We're going to turn our arrow to the left, so it's going to bring us back to this location here, and then move forward 20. And it's going to repeat that 6 times. So check this out. Boom. So see, now we're starting to get our lines here. Now, this can be a little hard to see, so a really cool thing that we can do is we can actually slow or speed up our turtle. So for the sake for you to see this, I'm just going to go 1. It's going to be really slow, so just bear with me for the sake of this learning. Watch the arrow. It's going to turn 90 degrees, and then it's going down 150. And then it's going to go up 160. It's going to turn left, go forward 20, and then go back down. And this is at 10. This is that forward 10 right here. This is leaving a space between the number and our line before we put the pen down. So that way it doesn't all run together. So you can see how that's working there to make your life easier and just learn some different dynamics. So now the question I have for you is go ahead and pause this for a second and see if we can get 15 lines. That's the challenge that I have for you. And so go ahead and pause and see if you can figure that out. Then when you're ready, just keep moving on. But challenge yourself first. Don't just sit and listen. See if you can figure it out. But here we go. We're just going to change this range. And so if I move this speed up here to to 20 for the sake of time. It's going to go a lot faster. And there we go. Now we've got our 15 lines. And you can make your erase however many lines you want. I like 15. It seems like a good number there. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to go through and now let's go ahead and add in our turtles. You can call your turtles whatever you want. Okay, so we're going to create a variable and I'm just going to call this red turtle for the sake of making it easy. And we're going to call this a turtle. We're calling another turtle. So this all right here is technically one turtle. Now we're making another turtle. And I'm going to call him red turtle. And the reason is because I can make red turtle, all right, dot color. And now I can identify whatever color I want to make him. So what do you think I'm going to make him? I'm going to make the red turtle red. So by adding this dot color next to the variable, we can change the color. And the beauty of this is, look at this. I'm going to show you here on this website right here. We can go through and there's all these colors available. And so this link is in there and you can pick any of these colors that you want. Pretty awesome, right? So we got him red. Okay, and then I want to change the shape because I know you're looking at it going, okay, all right, dude, come on, Coffee Chug. I'm not seeing a turtle anywhere. I don't know why you keep saying turtle. So let's make the turtle. We can change the shape. And we're going to go to shape right here. And I'm going to call him turtle. So now it's going to convert the shape to a turtle. And so let me show you this other option here. We have some other shapes that we can use. So this is going to load up here. And these are the other shapes. So we could do an arrow, a turtle, a circle, a square, a triangle, or classic. So those are there on the website notes as well. So we're going to stick with turtle here. All right. And now when we run this, we should get a red turtle on the starting line. Let's see if we get that here. Or right in the middle, right? Because we haven't told him where to go, right? So he's going to plot him right here at 0, 0. There's our red turtle. And so now let's get this guy moving a little bit. So what we want to do is we need to import another module. So we're going to go back up here to the top to line 2 and we're going to type in from random import random integer. And it's already a function that's already built in, which is nice. And so we've got that in there. Okay, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to add in some functions here. And so now we can get in here and get this guy rocking and rolling. And so we're going to tell our turtle we got to get him to the starting line. We don't want him to have that head start starting on line 7 there. So we're going to go to red turtle. We're going to move the pen up so we don't drag a line all over the place. All right, we can't be messing up the racetrack. That messes up the other turtles that get in the way, right? And we're going to tell red turtle to go to, and where do we want him to go? All right, so we're going to go 160/100. Now let's just see where that brings us. And then we want to put the pen down. Maybe you don't want to put the pen down. You can. I like to do it just so you can see, at least for this tutorial, where he's going. And then the last step here, well, let's run to see what happens. It should move him now over here to the starting line. Boom, there we go. So 160, and I could adjust that if I went a little bit closer all the way up to 0. I don't know, we could make that 150 if we want. We could play around with this. So these are your X and Y coordinates, so remember that there. Okay, oh, he's already over the line a little bit, so we better bump him back. Let's make him 155. All right, so let's see how that works. All right, so now what we can do is let's add one more turtle. So I'm just going to copy all this. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to paste. I'm just going to label this turtle 1, and this is going to be turtle 2. So I'm just going to make him blue. So I'm going to change my variable name. You could call this whatever. I could call him Fred. I could call him Alf. I could call him He-Man. It doesn't matter what we call him. So I'm going to go ahead and make him blue just for the sake of this tutorial. And then we're going to make his color blue. And then we got to change this coordinate. So we want, this is the good starting line, but we're going to drop him down so they're not starting at the same spot. So now we should have two turtles show up here. There's a red and there's a blue. Boom, perfect. Okay, so now the last step. Let's get this guy moving, right? I mean, we gotta see these turtles do something. So I'm gonna say off to the races. So now we're gonna create a loop, another loop in here. Okay, so you're learning a lot about loops. This loop right here, and now we're gonna do another one for our turn in range. We want 100 here. We're going to move red turtle, and we're going to tell him to go forward, and we're going to make this random so we don't know who's going to win. And so we're going to make these intervals between 1 through 5. All right, and then we're going to do this, but we're going to make this blue turtle. So what's happening here, the red turtle is going to move forward a random number between 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's going to move forward that many steps, and so will the blue, and we don't know what number it is. They're just going to kick back up here, and it's going to do it again. It's going to repeat this loop 100 times before it kicks out. So let's see what happens here. We'll get our racetrack built. Where they go? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? It looks like it was blue. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? So now we can do that. You could add more turtles if you wanted. You could impact these. You can make the steps bigger or smaller, whatever you want to do. But let's go ahead and add a few final things to this. Let's do a turtle twirl. All right, so all we need to do is think about it. We need to make sure our turtles are facing forward this direction. So if we're going to twirl this guy and make him move, it's got to move in the end a total of 360 degrees, one complete circle. So we make sure they're facing the right direction. So it doesn't matter how we do that. We just have to know that it needs to be a total of 360 degrees. Okay? So the way we do that is this. We're going to go down here and we're going to add some code here. And I'm actually going to move this guy out because we want them to twirl before they take off for the races. So we're going to go right here to our red turtle. All right, and what we're going to do here is we're going to call this variable turn. For the turn, we're going to go in a range. Okay, I'm going to leave this empty here for just a minute. And we're going to go red turtle. All right, and then we're going to go to the left. Now, I've left these empty, so these two numbers, when multiplied together, need to equal 360. So I could make this, we're going to turn left 90 degrees, and I know that 90 goes into 364 times. So watch what happens to our red turtle. He's going to land over here, and then he's going to spin. And now we're off to the races. Okay, so then I can come down here, I can copy this, I can do the same thing for blue turtle. Alright, but let's turn him right. And for this one, we're going to go 60 and 60. Or 6, I mean. Goes to the left. Oh, look what happened there. I left this red here, didn't I? See, we all make these little mistakes. It's the little things that throw things off. So let's go ahead and try that again here. And here we are. You probably caught that, right? I didn't spell it. I had blue turtle. There's no such thing as blue turtle in my code. So we've got this going. Now we're to the left. Now we're to the right. And now we're off to the races. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Oh, it looks like it's red. Okay, so the last thing that we want to do is add some dashed lines. So do you know how to do that? What I want you to do is see if you can do this here with this code where we draw the lines, is see if you can make it dashed. Let's see if you can figure that out. Go ahead and pause right now and see if you can make that happen. All right, so if you haven't figured it out, or you already figured it out, we're going to go through here and we're going to write in some new code. And I'm actually just going to bring over my code from my advanced project for the sake of time here. So we've got our fourth step like we had before, turn and right. And then I just have in the range here 8 times. So we're going to go pen up, we're going to go forward 10, and then we'll put the pen down. All right, let's make this. I'm going to change this color because my backdrop is white. We're going to make that green. Then we're going to go forward green and then pen up. And then we're going to go back up to the top, turn left, go there. And so now we got pen up for 10, pen down for 10. All the way back, and then we run. So let's see what happens here. Now we start to get the dotted lines. Mine's in green. You can see I've added this color function here of color. So you can change the colors if you want. Okay, and now we've got our races, and then boom, we are off. All right, guys, so play around with that, see what you come up with. What I want you to do is to challenge your own thoughts and ideas. Add some more turtles on here. What else could you add? Could you have the racetrack go a different way? Could they race from top down? Could they go diagonal? Could they have to turn and go in a whole square? Can you change the backdrop? Have some fun with it, because eventually when you do, you get cool things. So let me show you what I've created. I made one. It's my family. And so this is myself, my wife, and my 3 kids. I got my finish line. I got the starting line. And then when this runs here, it's going to create these. And then the 5 turtles are going to enter. It's telling the turtles to get to the starting position. So they're all lining up. There's Aaron, Amanda, and Aiden, and Ava, and Addie. We're all ready to go. And then the lights pop up, ready, set, go, and we're off. And so the Mauer clan is off to the race, off to the race. It looks like blue's gonna win, looks like blue's gonna win, looks like blue's gonna win. Boom! Aiden wins Xbox Gold for Live. So you can see that I've added a lot of different things to this code. It declares the winner, it moves them, so you can have a lot of fun. So that's the challenge, guys. I want you to get out, remix this, have some fun, and then more importantly, share it with me. I want to see your creations because I'm not an expert. I'm far from a pro. We're in this together learning, and so I'd love to see your ideas. All right, guys, stay awesome. I can't wait to see your turtle races. Share it with me. Have fun. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, guys, stay awesome and don't give up on your coding and your skills. It takes practice. You can't be perfect overnight.